Hello, hello, this is Pat with Picturesque Papers. I am in the Bluebird Bungalow and this is take 3. I know. I should let you see all my mistakes. So I'm going to show you take 1 and 2. So this is 2 and this is 1. This is a accordion type storage folio. This was the first one and this was the second one. And I'm very happy with this, but when I went to look at the video, I filmed the ceiling. So we had to do it again. And so here I am on number 3. So let me show you what we're creating. So I've used elastic because that is so friendly to expand, because this is probably going to get full of goodies. This is created from a paper from 2011 called World Traveler Collage by Teresa Collins. I am positive it's not available. I just know it. Only in people who hoard papers storage, which I am one of. This one was also World Traveler, but this was World Traveler Maps. Again, 2011. It was a line of paper that I must have really liked because I still have some and I've used a lot. But when I bought it, if I recall, it was as scrapbooking was fading a bit and stores were going out of business, and so they were selling 25 packs of paper, and that was my favorite way to buy paper. And so I have quite a bit that is still around. But this also has this back pocket that I gave some gussets so that it'll expand. And then inside, it's pretty basic inside. I didn't do dividers because I am just happy to have a big space, and then I've created or found some antique looking maps that I've made, like a folder, a file folder. I'm not doing the tab. I'm using some of the hidden tiny labels that are the large ones, and I went ahead as I was getting them ready. I did add text to them, but they can definitely be handwritten, and that would make them just that much more charming. So I've got those and they fit in there nicely. And this is for my upcoming trip. I've got lots of paperwork. I've got the cruise paperwork, I've got shore excursion papers, you know, all kinds of things that I want to store in here. So I really liked this version that I came up with, and I'm going to share it with you, and I hope that you will try it with some of your old papers. So let's get started. So third time is the charm, they say. We'll find out. So I have the pieces cut and ready to be scored, and some are already scored. So the very first important piece is the main body of our folio, and it is a 12 by 12 piece of paper. And these are the scores. We're going to score at 6 and at 6 5/8, which will be the spine. Then I'm going to turn it and score it at a 1/2 inch, 1 inch from this way, 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1 1/2, and then turn it and do the same. So let's do that. So I have my We Are Memory Keepers duo of scoreboard and trimmer. And this is the opposite side, and I'm having a hard time. I feel like I'd like to do this, but then this is so pretty. I'm gonna let that be the lining. So, okay. So, we want halfway. So we're going to 6, and then 6, there's my numbers, 6 and 5/8. So 1 notch more than a half. And this is for the bottom spine, or just the bottom. It's not really a spine. I'm going to fold that, and I'm going to fold, come on, you can do it. Fold that. All right. The front will be short, slightly shorter than the back. And if we get to that point and we don't like it, we can trim it. All right. Now we're going to score the sides. And we're scoring at 1/2 inch and 1 inch and 1 1/2 inch. And it's much easier, just flip this around, and again 1/2 inch, 1 inch, oh, and 1 1/2. All right. This can come back up here for a bit. So now we will fold in on itself, back on itself, and in on itself. We want a nice sharp as we can. This is a very thick paper, and it has a very very nice texture. It's really good for things like this folio. The only detriment is that you really do need to reinforce those scores. All right, let's open that up, and then let's fold in the middle. So where are you? Right there and right there. Okay. Now, it's hard to see, so I am going to do some distressing. I think I'm going to do this on the inside for right now, so we know where to cut. Because we're going to trim out some of this. Okay, that helps, I do believe. All right, so this is, all right, this is what I'm going to cut out the front. And I'm going to cut across these 3 scores, the 1/2, the 1, and the 1 1/2, over on that first score, which was this, it's not, it's the second score, I think, yes, right? If you do it the other way, it doesn't matter, it works both ways, okay? So now I'm going to cut out, can't see, let's do this, just a little shadow, and we're going to cut inside that score so that we don't have a ripple on that side. All right, and we're not throwing this away. We're going to use that. Okay, so let's do another distressing. And I'm going to start at the bottom and go up this time. I'm going all the way to that one and come across again inside that score line and save this also. Okay, now these pieces that we saved need to be trimmed off right here. That one fold that we had. Okay. And then these are going to get glued onto this. And these are the same size as this, but we're going to trim them down so that they are same. I think that we will trim this to match. Now, if you did the other side, which we are going to make this be the front, I need to cut that just a little straighter. 1 second here. You come around this way. I want you just the slightest bit straighter. Okay, I hope that's straighter. We'll find out. The way it's been going, who knows? All right, so this is going to be the front, and this will glue to the back because it's upright, and then this back side is going to have a pocket. All right, so these that we trimmed will now, oh, we haven't trimmed them yet, have we? Let's trim them so that they're the same size or close. Now we are going to glue these. Let's see, which one do we want? We're going to glue this to that side there, and that gives us an additional couple of pleats for our accordion. I'm going to use a combination of glue and tape. This first one, I'm going to use some glue. Okay, looks good. And then this one is going to go in like that with glue on it. Let's do that. Right in there. Get those glued nicely. That extra glue off. All right. So here's our accordion pleat, and I think we're going to put on our flap next. So we're going to set this aside, and we're going to need to do some scoring. This is our flap, and the size of our folio that we're making is 9 inches. So this is 12 inches. So we will score again at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and 1.5. So 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5. Flip it over and do the same. Okay, so here they are. This is the size, 5 by 12. And then we do, let's get this back up here, 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and 1.5. Okay, then we've got to turn it and do the bottom. Now we've got to figure out, so when this is folded, this will be the, no, yes, no, that's the way we want it. Yes, yes, because we want that to come down there. So we're going to score on this side, and we want to score it at the bottom now, and it's a 1/2 inch on the bottom and 1 inch. Okay, wait, am I doing the right thing? Let me see here. Well, this is not the bottom. This is, yes, it is the bottom. I'm jumping ahead to the pocket, you guys. So we're ready with the pocket, but it's not the pocket's time. So hang on. We'll just stick this back on. We jumped a step. Yeah, my hidden paper clips, the clip gets hidden. All right, here it is. This is our flat, and it's 7 by 9, and we're going to score it so that it comes over. Actually, I think we will do this because we're not going to see much of that with this on it. So we will score this at 2.5, 2.5, and 1 7/8, and that gives it that same same fold as the bottom has down here. All right, and let's fold that, and we'll fold that. And I'm going to round the corners, and I'm going to use my 1/2 inch with my We Are Memory Keepers. I think it's called, what are you called? Corner chomper. All right, and I need to do a little distressing. I'm so sorry. So sorry. But so much easier to do it now. And it's really the white edges. This paper is so thick that it really, that white core is so thick. It's good to do it now. And then we'll do some along this top and on the inside, because we will see this just like that. I've got this on the wrong side. I should have it over here. I'll have to reach across. And we'll do down here, up here, and over here. So I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone is having good spring weather. Here in Georgia, we're in the 80s and climbing. All right, let's get this put on here. I'm going to just use my glue. And this is going to go right there. Turn it over to make sure I'm getting it past that fold and past these folds over here. Okay, am I? There, that looks pretty good. That could have been a little closer there, but we're good. All right. So now, here's what we're going to do. My folds aren't very even, but we're gonna let it go. Let it go. And I think I'm going to use tape on this. I think I will. Got some 1/2-inch tape. I'm gonna put it there. And on the other side. And the inspiration for this, loosely based, is Victoria, that's VECTORIA Designs. And she did an amazing freebie a while back. And she showed this technique to attach this to that. And so what she did, she used tape and glue. She did not put glue on this. She used tape that she starts at the bottom and pulls it up to the side and then brings this up and lines it up and then pulls it and make sure that it's lined up, and it is adhered. Now, I'm not getting, I can't get my finger way down in there, so I'm going to use this little paint stick from Magnolia. I've got that in there. And the other one will do the same. Pull that paper off and fold it to the outside like that. Fold it back in, all aligned with itself. And then that's lined up there. Let's see, let's get that those little folds in there. And okay, quit sliding around and hold there and just lightly pull and press down. And again, I'm going to reach in there and we have our folio. And I'm going to go ahead and put on the closure. So I'm tossed. I have this that I could use, but I don't know. And I've got maps, but I don't know. I think I'm going to cut out these two pieces of film strip as one, just like that. I think the back side, I could have done that, but I think that the film strip, let's try it. And if we want, we can flip it over and use the other side. All right, so I'm thinking to fold, oh, it doesn't always like to fold great. Like that. Boy, that doesn't contrast much, does it? but I don't like that. So it's staying here. Let's do some distressing around it. And let's do some glue. We'll put glue on all of it. I should. Now I've got glue, but we can we do it after? Oh, I should have rounded the corner. Well, maybe not. I don't know if I should round the corners with the, oh, and I'm just guessing. I'm guessing where it is. I'm hoping that's middle. It's as middle as it's gonna get. All right. Okay, that looks great. And I've got a crocodile. And I've got some big eyelets. I think I'm going to use the light one on this. Let's see. I've got kind of a yellowy, and I've got, well, I guess they're all yellowy. It's just the inside. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's going to be this dark brown. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to use the large hole, and I'm going to go quite high here and insert. Squeeze, and I've got my elastic here. Let's do need a little bit more than the circumference so that I can make a knot. That's enough. Just slide it in here and pull it through. And there's our folio. And let's put the back pocket on. So the pocket is, we did get it scored already, and again it was 5 by 12, and we scored half, 1 and a half, half, 1 and 1 and a half on each side, and on the bottom a half and 1 inch. So let's do our folding. Okay. That, and here's the bottom. Why are you the bottom? You shouldn't be the bottom because you need to be upright. So we're going to let those scores just stay there, and we will score. And again, that was what? The bottom, that's not it. Where are you, bottom? There we are. No. Here it is. 1/2 inch and 1 inch. Okay. Put that right there. and back on itself there. All right, and now I need to cut out this corner. So I'm going to angle a little as I cut. And where are you? I have to see ya. Okay, right there. There. And right there. Is that right? Right there. Okay. So now this will come in here like that. Like that. I am going, are you hanging out the bottom? Looks like it is just a little, so I'm going to trim just a bit off of that so it doesn't hang out below the pocket. And we're just going to use glue. I think I'm just going to give that just a little glue to get started. And grab a clip. And we'll put some glue there. This will just make it so it doesn't keep popping. Okay, let's pull that over there. And now, I think I will do the tape trick. So I've got my 1/2-inch tape. And on that 1/2-inch flap. Oh, hello. And take that off. Right on there. I don't want it to hang over that fold. All right, we're ready to put on the pocket. And I think we'll just glue down there. And let's pull this, get that started right there. And let's just do one side at a time. And let's pull this just like this. I want to get the pocket bottom on there. I'm not pushing hard, I'm just pushing firm, and I think I'm going to flip it like that and go in with, well, let's get this on. Push this down here and pull this up. Reach in there with this and run along that bottom. And then come back over here. And let's pull that. We're just going to pull all this tape off. We don't have a lot of space to work with, and I don't think you can see anything I'm doing, but I'm just getting that tape started. Peel it off, and then jump in there and squeeze it so it's nicely adhered, and I can look down in there, make sure I've got, I need a little reinforcement. I think I can do it from inside actually. Right there. They need to put a little glue right there and right there, and just squeeze and hold it. So here's the back pocket. It's very roomy. It's got lots of space. I'm gonna put, I didn't on the others, but I think I'll put a little half circle notch right there. And then, let's see, let me show you. I've got the maps over here that are like the little file folders. And I've got one for each day. And okay. And they will sit right down in there. Just like that. I don't have them sharply folded. Once they're sharply folded, they'll fit in there lovely. And I'll put the tabs on the labels. I've got them in here. And they will go like this. I think I turned these around. So there's Barcelona, and so I've got them all set, and I've given them 3 little scores. So I scored at half and then 1/8 of an inch on each side so that they can open up a bit as I get more and more papers in them. So Barcelona is the last day, so we can go right there. And then I'll do that with all these other tags. I'll put labels, 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 tabs, and then I'll slide right in there and be all set for the trip and be nice and organized. All right, thank you for watching. I hope you'll grab some of your older paper and try this method. If you need the sizes again and the score, watch it again and pause and write them down. It'll be very handy. It will make a great large ephemera holder. So, all right. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you. I hope you have a great week. I'm not sure how many videos I'll get ready and hopefully have to schedule to have them go live. I hope I have some. So stay tuned. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.